Rightio viewer, welcome back to the shed. We continue our quest to find some injectors that'll help the GSX 1400 with its newly fitted turbo get some fueling in the right ballpark. So as you can see, I've got three in front of me. These are the OEM injectors. These were the first ones I tried based on recommendations, which is a Gen 1 Hayabusa. You can see there that the length is comparatively similar, much longer nozzle, and it's got a completely different mechanism there with a needle and seat type injector compared to the Gauze one. I'm no injector expert, but so I don't know exactly what they're called. You can also see here too with the different ribs and latch system that it's different to the 1400 injector. So I gave them a try, made up the jumper harness to make them work. Nothing was predictable when I started playing with fuel maps, and it ran like a hairy dog. So I'll put that down to just maybe needing more current to fire that mechanism, the drivers out of the ECU for the injector mechanism, but I don't really know. Just sort of taking internet advice at this point on forums and trying to upgrade this one to one that'll fuel better now that we've got the 10 psi running to the engine. So the latest recommendation I've got is the Subaru STI Pinks 550cc flow. And you've got see there the electrical connectors are the same, so should be able to hook straight up to my harness, which is a good start. The length is very similar. There's like 4 millimeters difference, but it won't make any difference having a slightly longer nozzle. But you can see here that this rubber O-ring here is 16 millimeter diameter, where the OEM one is only 14, and that needs to fit inside a shoulder, a 14 millimeter shoulder in the port in the throttle body for these, so that won't fit. But the nozzle tube, if you will, on either is exactly the same diameter, so we'll be able to use the rubber O-ring off the OEM on this one, I think, and it will create the seal and still be a comparative length. So I'll fit these and we'll see how it goes. Rightio, welcome back viewer. So I have installed the injectors and then obviously had to use my Woolwich software, pull the ECU out probably about 30 times because I didn't have a base map to work off. So to create my own map for these and just using the AFR meter there with the wideband sensor and my ears, trying to get it to a point where it'll run. So very early stages, but I'm very happy. So credit where credit's due. There's a fella on this group called Ramon de Anchors, hopefully I'm saying that right. Mate, he put me on to these ones. That's the model number of the Subaru injector. So definitely a drop-in fit just to swap over those seals. There's no dramas. Plugs in fine, runs fine. The things I have noticed so far, and it's pretty early in my tuning evolution on this setup, I just need to stop so I don't annoy my neighbours too much. I've been working on it all day, but it idles like a hairy dog. But I think that's just going to be the result of having such big injectors in it. It's not going to idle well at all, and that's okay. This isn't a street bike. Someone out there might be able to help me with some type of advice on the map to help with that, but I've tried the IAP low, the IAP main and the TPS main and low maps and tried to lean things right out. It's still super rich down low and rough. So being a race bike, I'm just able to bump up that idle to get past all that stuttering and coughing and carrying on. And then it's performing beautifully from about 2,000 revs up, and that's just free revving up to 5 or 6 grand. It's running very, very well now. It did take a lot of playing and a lot of reducing the injector impulse time. So I'm down to about 80% in some areas of the map reduction. So it'll run, and I don't really know how it's going to respond under load and under boost. So I don't really want to do any more until I can go for a ride, because it's going to be wanting more fuel under load and boost than it will sitting here revving it. So very, very happy with the results so far, and very happy from the advice I've got off this group. I'll hopefully get out and do a bit of a test ride later and see how she goes. But so far, that's good progress. Cheers all.